as promised, I am back with yet more quick adjustment tutorials this year for College Football 27, and I feel like this year they're more needed than they ever have been, because like I mentioned in several College Football 27 breakdown deep dive videos here recently, if you try to pick up this game and play this game like you tried to play the last several years, whether it be college football or Madden, you are destined to get destroyed, whether it be by the computer or whether it be by another user, because you cannot play this game the same way you played it in prior years. Because though if you are big on making adjustments, you're not going to be able to make those same adjustments in that same fashion this year. So I'm going to start out by going over how you make your quick adjustments with the secondary, and then we'll go along with linebackers, defensive ends, the entire defense, so on and so forth. So we're going to come straight out and we're going to pick a play. Let's say we pick, let's just pick, there we go. We got cover 4 quarters right there. So we'll pick cover 4 quarters. We'll pick a random play for Miami. So right out the gate, if you pull R trigger or R2 on PlayStation, it shows the play art, just like it always has been in prior years. But the caveat here is when you pull left trigger or L2 on PlayStation. As you can see, there's your coverage adjustments. In prior years, to make your coverage adjustments, you press Y, and you go about making those adjustments from there. But now you press left trigger or pull left trigger, and then all the coverage adjustments options pop up. So, and before I get into what each one of these things is designed to do, this was created so there would be less button pressing. So you would go from making like 10, 11 clicks in one play to try to get adjusted to the offense to now you can make a couple clicks. So now if you want to press your defensive backs, you pull the left trigger and you flick the left stick down. And as you can see, the DBs will press. If you want them to back off, you flick the left stick up. If you want them to guard to the inside, flick the left stick to the inside. If you want them to guard to the outside, you flick the left stick to the outside. Now, right stick, you have over the top, underneath, commit inside, commit outside. So if you want to shade over the top because your opponent is beating you deep all game long, you just flick the right stick up while holding left trigger. If you want to shade underneath because they're beating you with drags and underneath routes, you flick the right stick down and your defense will guard against anything coming underneath. If you want to commit to an inside route, you flick the right stick to the left, and that will guard against and give you the best opportunity to defend any inside routes possible. But the downside to that is it'll leave you more susceptible to getting beat on the outside by out routes, corner routes, etc. And the same thing if you were to commit outside by flicking the right stick to the right. It will guard against those corner routes, those out routes, but it won't defend as easily against the drags and so on and so forth. And then with the D-pad, you have conservative, aggressive, ultra conservative, and ultra aggressive, which is all new this year. So now, if there are certain zones or certain aspects of your secondary that are being attacked, whether it be deep or underneath, you can choose to have your secondary guard that region more aggressively, and they will play it a lot better than they typically would or have been throughout that game. And the last thing on the screen is to click left bumper or L1 on PlayStation to guard to the sticks. And if you don't know what that means, it simply means that your defense is going to play to the first down marker. They won't go further back. They won't play underneath. They're going to simply play those wide receivers, those tight ends, to the first down marker to try to avoid allowing a first down. Now, as far as Y or triangle is concerned, it doesn't mean that they completely eliminated that option for anything. You still actually have to use that option if you want to manually make adjustments with individual members of the defense. So say I press Y. It brings up every icon of every defender on the defense, not just the secondary. Every defender on the defense. But say we want to make an individual assignment or adjustment to somebody in the secondary. So I'm going to press X. And as you can see, the individual coverage adjustments pop up. So left stick, you have guard the outside third, guard the cloud flat, guard the hard flat, curl flat with the left stick. With the right stick, you have deep half, blitz, outside quarter, soft squat. And then with the D-pad, just like with the global coverage adjustments, you have conservative, aggressive, ultra conservative, ultra aggressive. And then Left bumper or L1 would be your custom zone. So say we want X to cover the hard flat. Well, we'll flick the left stick to the left. And as you can see, now he's scheduled to cover the hard flat. But say we want him to cover the curl flat. We'll flick the left stick to the right. And as you can see, he's scheduled to cover the curl flat. So say we want to blitz him. We'll flick the right stick down. And as you can see, now instead of being in coverage, he's actually scheduled to blitz. As far as custom zones are concerned, they work the same as custom stem routes. And if you're not familiar with how they work, I'll go ahead and demonstrate for you. So we'll get back on X yet again. So we'll press Y, we'll press X, and then we're going to press left bumper, which would be L1 on PlayStation, and you press and hold it, and then you either move the D-pad down or up to the desired distance that you want that defender to cover. So right now he's scheduled to cover deep, but say we want him to cover more intermediate. We would bring it down to here. Or if you want him to cover way underneath, you could bring it all the way down here. Whatever your heart and soul desires, you can make those adjustments with stem routes, or you can cover even deeper down the field. As far as the whole conservative, aggressive, ultra conservative, ultra aggressive setting, it works the same way as if you were doing it globally with your secondary, except for you will be doing it individually with a specific player in your secondary. But that just about wraps it up on all the new ways you can make your adjustments with the secondary in College Football 27. I hope you guys found this video useful. If I left something out and you need me to make an updated version of this, I will. But for the time being, as always, if you're here for the first time or you're returning and you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with more College Football 27 tips, tricks, tutorials, dynasty content, and many other things. Again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. That's been my time. Till next time.